regarding Tenali Roma and the magician, and it is time for us to do the exercise or the activity part of this lesson, right? So the activities actually start with the check the correct answer. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 3 sentences are there. All the 3 are incomplete sentences, so we need to complete those sentences. So how can we complete them? We can complete them by selecting the correct option out of the 4 ones. A, B, C, D. 4 options are given there, right? 4 options are given there. We need to identify the correct option out of these 4 and select it so that we can complete the sentence, right? So we need to read the sentence based on what we have learned in the lesson. We need to identify the correct option. Clear? Now, Jamasha had come to the king's court to dance. Was he doing dance in the lesson? No. Was he singing? No way. Performing magic tricks. That is the right answer, isn't it? Jamasha was a famous magician who came to the court of Krishnadevaraya and asked the king the permission to show some magic tricks, isn't it? Yes. So what is the right answer? Performing magic tricks is the right answer. So we will drag and drop a tick mark there. So Jamasha had come to the king's court to perform magic tricks, right? Okay. The magician changed the bouquet of flowers into a sword. What did he change into a sword? The magic stick was changed into a sword and presented it to the king, isn't it? Yes. Then he took a bunch of flowers, asked the people to look at it, and yes, with the magical chant, what did he do? He changed that into a pigeon, right? So pigeon is the right answer. So we will drag and drop a pigeon there. The magician told the king to get the moon, right? Yeah, all of a sudden the entire interior of the palace was changed into a night lit sky with the moon, stars and all, right? Yes. So the magician told the king to get the moon. Right. So they are the answers and the 3 sentences are complete. Like Jamasha had come to the king's court to perform magic tricks. The magician changed the bouquet of flowers into a pigeon. The magician told the king to get the moon. Right? Okay. Now, I will keep the screen the same for another minute so that we can read all the 3 sentences and practice it again. Okay. In read and understand, the next thing is question answers. There are some questions and we need to find the answers for those questions from the lesson. So first question, why did King Krishnadevaraya admire Tenali Rama? So why did King Krishnadevaraya admire Tenali Rama? So what is the answer? Krishnadevaraya admired Tenali Rama for his wisdom and the presence of mind. So Tenali Rama was a courtier in the court of Krishnadevaraya, and he was famous for two things, his wisdom and presence of mind. And that were the reasons Krishnadevaraya admired Tenali Rama. Okay, right. The second question, what did the magician present to the king as a gift? So what did the magician present to the king? He asked the permission, he started showing the magic show, and in between he presented the king with something, isn't it? What was that? Yes. The magician turned a stick into a sword and presented it to the king as a gift. So he was holding a stick in his hand. He immediately converted the stick into a sword and he gifted that sword to the king, isn't it? Yes. So the first question, why did King Krishnadevaraya admire Tenali Rama? Krishnadevaraya admired Tenali Rama for his wisdom and the presence of mind. Second question, what did the magician present to the king as a gift? The magician turned a stick into a sword and presented it to the king as a gift. So now, I will keep this screen the same for another minute so that you can read them once again. So now, the third question. What happened in the courtroom when the magician got the moon? What happened in the courtroom when the magician got the moon? The courtroom was filled with the moonlight when the magician got the moon in there. Okay, the entire courtroom was filled with the moonlight. Right. The fourth question, what was the magician popularly called by the people? So how was the magician popular among the people? He was called the giant of magic by the people. He was called the giant of magic by the people. So the third question, what happened to the courtroom when the magician got the moon? The courtroom was filled with the moonlight when the magician got the moon. 4. What was the magician popularly called by the people? He was called the giant of magic by the people. Okay. So now I will keep this screen the same for another minute so that you can read these two questions and answers once again. Fifth question. Who challenged the magician? Who challenged the magician? There's only one person, isn't it? Yes. Who is that? Tenali Roma challenged the magician. Who challenged the magician? Tenali Roma was the person who challenged the magician. Right. What did Tenali Roma challenge the magician to do with open eyes? So what was the challenge? I will do something with my closed eyes. You need to do with your open eyes. So what was that the magician has to do with his open eyes? Let's see. Tenali Roma challenged the magician to put the sand in his open eye. That is what is called the presence of mind. So he suddenly got this idea, okay, this is a way we can get this magician. I will close my eyes, I will put some sand on my eyes and I will remove it and open my eyes. Now what you need to do is, you need to open your eyes and keep sand in your eyes. Okay? So Tenali Roma challenged the magician to put the sand in his open eyes. So fifth question, who challenged the magician? Tenali Roma challenged the magician. What did Tenali Roma challenge the magician to do with open eyes? Tenali Roma challenged the magician to put the sand in his open eyes. Right? So now I will keep the screen the same for another minute so that you can read this question and the answers once again. Right? Seventh question. Do you think that Tenali Roma was truly a magician? Why? What do you think about Tenali Roma? Was he a magician? What is the answer? No. Tenali Roma was not truly a magician. He couldn't do any tricks. He was not doing any magical tricks over there, isn't it? He was using his wisdom and the presence of mind to make it sure that the magician is not a big person, a great person. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. What helped Tenali Roma defeat the magician? How was it possible for Tenali Roma to defeat the magician? What is the answer? Presence of mind. When all the people were not, they never even knew what to do. Okay? They were so astonished, so surprised at the tricks that are being performed by the magician. But Tenali Roma was able to keep his presence of mind. Okay, that was what helped Tenali Roma to defeat the magician. Okay, so seventh question. Do you think that Tenali Roma was truly a magician? Why? No, Tenali Roma was not truly a magician. He couldn't do any tricks also. Next question. What helped Tenali Roma defeat the magician? Presence of mind helped Tenali Roma to defeat the magician. Okay. So now I will keep the screen the same for another minute so that we can read the question and the answers once again. higher order thinking question. Do you think that a wise person can easily win a challenge? Discuss with respect to the story. So the magician forwarded a challenge, that is any person in this country who can challenge me and defeat me. Right? Nobody was willing to do anything. But the wise person, Tenali Roma, was able to do that. So does it mean that the wise people can easily win a challenge? With our wisdom, we can win a challenge. Discuss with respect to the story. Based on what you have learned in the story, we need to discuss this. Right? Okay? Yes, a wise person can easily win a challenge. He uses his mind very carefully, like how Tenali Roma made the magician accept the defeat with a simple trick of common sense. So wise people doesn't mean that they need to think out of the sun and all, out of the earth and all. No. Very simple, common, basic things can be used wisely. How carefully we use the mind is the most important thing, and that is wisdom combined with the presence of mind. Right? So, a wise person can easily win a challenge. He uses his mind very carefully, like how Tenali Roma made the magician accept the challenge and defeat with a simple trick of common sense. Everybody knows it. We cannot keep sand or oil or chili powder and all these kinds of things inside our ice. Common sense, simple trick, right? So the hearts. I'll keep the screen the same for another minute so that we can read the hearts once again, right?